Okay, guys. Just wanted to do a quick update on the geargia karakuri synchro deck with my little bit of machina added in because I like it. All right, so um, just changed a few things. Changed up my karakuri lineup in here. Why? Because now I have a rank 4 tuner that I can special summon, a rank 3 tuner that I can special summon, and a rank 2 tuner that I can special summon. And yes, I have gone into a Naturia Beast Barkion lock. And that was a lot of fun. So, just gives you more choices of what you want to do. You can get to Barkion super easily and just not give a shit about their traps and go for game. First turn, you can go into Beast, not as easily, but still pretty easily. And say, fuck your Dark Hole. I don't care about that. Obviously, still the same geargia lineup. 3 Birdman. I kind of like it at 3. Might move it down to 2, maybe. But for now, I like it at 3. Problem is the deck doesn't play much defense, so might move it to 2 and add another trap, but I don't know yet. Uh, Still 2 gear frame, 2 fortress, and 1 cannon. Might change that cannon to a 3rd fortress instead, just because I feel like this is my most consistent dead draw, and like, sure, later in the game I can go into a gear gigant and get gear frame so that, you know, this becomes live so that I can use fortress and everything, but that's, you know, if the dead draw doesn't kill me and I'm able to survive that late in the game. So if anything, I might actually, I'm going to take this out now and just test with just having 3 fortresses. If anything, I think it should increase consistency. 2 Max C, because I don't care what anyone says, Max C is still the shit right now. I mean, it's just like, you ditch Max C, they stop what they're doing, or if nothing, like, so if nothing else, you're gonna just 1-for-1 ditch Max C, draw a card. Best case scenario is like, you know, I understand that this card doesn't do shit against Fire Fists, really, because outside of that one rabbit play, they don't special summon much. They're normally just bear pop, gorilla pop, and they'll maybe exceed once in a while, but Maxi doesn't do much against them, but that's why I have Valor in my side deck. Because Valor is so good against Fire Fists. And so you're like, well, Fire Fist's your worst matchup, why not main deck them? Because Max C fucks with Mermails pretty good. In order for them to do anything, they have to pretty much, in order for them to do anything good, they're pretty much special summoning at least 3 times. They're special summoning like Abystius, and then Megalo, and then overlaying to something. And so you're at least getting like 3 draws for this one card. And so that Max C helps you fight the Mermails, who you can beat Mermails with this deck. Not every time, but you can beat them with this deck. But game 1, you're probably going to lose the Fire Fists anyway, so you might as well just side into the Valors and just give game 1 to Fire Fists. So, yeah. Anyways, Gear, because it's going to be the best thing ever for your Geargi decks. Everything else in this deck is the same. Side deck, still 3 overworked, 2 goes match, body is a shield, 2 macro because Mermails hate it more than I do, and I can play around it a lot easier than Mermails can. Trap stun because if I'm going to side in macro, I'm probably going to side in trap stun for Dark Bribe. 2 Valors, again, for the Fire Fists, which is overworked is also for the Fire Fist, and my body is a shield, also good for the Fire Fist. And then 2 Typhoons if I'm playing Dino Rabbit. Because they like macro more than I do. Alright, side deck, 2 Barkions because he's super easy to make. 1 Beast because he's a little bit harder to make, and usually if I'm summoning either of these, I'm going aggro and I'm going to go for game, and I want that protection from traps more than I want the protection from spells. 3 Beret. I've only needed a third one like once, but yeah, I might bump him back down to 2. Not sure. Burrito. You really only need one of him. Like, if you're going into Burrito, you're going for game, and you should win that turn. If not, you're probably fucked. And really, you don't usually need to go into a second Burrito. I also might add a Stardust into the extra deck just for that protection, you know? Just in case, I happen to like go off and can't quite get the kill, and I'm worried about Dark Hole. Anyways, Mistworm because normal summon Geargiano, special summon one from your grave, special summon Accelerator, bounce Accelerator to your hand, special summon Birdman. That's 9 stars. Easy Mistworm, and that can take care of 3 Exceeds. Like I might have mentioned this before, might have not. I was playing Dragoonides or Hieratics, I forget. No, it was Hieratics. And they went off like turn 2, but didn't kill me. They had like a Tomb, Gaia Charger, and something else on the field. And I just Mistworm, bounce all 3 of them. And they had no more resources in their hand, and they lost because that deck is a 1-trick pony. Anyways, 2 Gear Gigants. Shouldn't need more than 2. Because the geargias all search for themselves, so that's not an issue. The only thing you're ever going to need to search for is Birdman, or maybe Machina Gear Frame if you need Fortress for something. Maybe to go into your big eye. So yeah, only 2 Gear Gigant. Running it at 2 is never... I've never felt like I needed a third. Maystroke. He's the best generic rank 4 ever. Diagusto Emerald, because if I draw both of my gears, activate it, special summon 2 of these guys. Once they're in my grave, hopefully I can go into Emerald, recycle them back to my deck, draw a card, and then activate Gear again. So that, and if I like dead draw, like my Nispatchy, and I have a Fortress, ditch Fortress and Nispatchy, and use Diagusto Emerald. He's Pot of Avarice, but on legs. So, yeah. Fairy King Albert ditch because he decreases non-Earth monsters' attacks by 500. Everything you have is Earth. So, yeah, Ophion, fuck you. Don't like that card. This gets over it. This makes everything you have really big. This pushes Beret and Burrito above 3,000. It pushes Barkion up to 2,000. Or up to 3,000. 2,000, what am I saying? Anyways, pretty damn good card. I use it over Cowboy because essentially what would I be using Cowboy for? Getting over Ophion. What's the difference between Fairy King and Cowboy? After this guy attacks, he only goes down to 2,300, whereas Cowboy goes down to 1,500 and then immediately gets run over. So, yeah. Next, Zen Mains, because sometimes the only play I have is Geargiano in my grave, Geargiano in my hand. Summon it, special summon the one in my grave, overlay Zen Mains, stall for a bit, or, sometimes you just don't have anything to synchro into. Like, that happened like once where I had a Nispatchy and a Geargiano on the field, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm going into Zen Mains. Weird shit happens. Zen Mains is good. I had Levier there, but I feel like the only time I'm going for a rank 3 is like a desperate situation, and I want Zen mains to be able to stall. Also, it's another out to Ophion. Attack, take some damage, end phase, kill Ophion. And then Big Eye, because Big Eye is Big Eye, and all 3 berets are level 7, and all 3 fortresses are level 7. And Big Eye could maybe go to 2 in this deck. In my last duel, I actually could have used Big Eye in 2. It would have been really nice. But, you know, I'm thinking of making this deck in real life to the tune of above $300. Oh, that makes me sad just saying that, because I'm too broke for it right now. But if I want to make this deck in real life, I can only afford to run one Big Eye, that unless it gets a reprint. So, anyways, update Machina, or not Machina, update Geargia Karakuri Synchro deck. Shit. Here it is. Yay, fun. Bye.